As the 2023 Supercross season comes to a close, it is hard to get excited for the Salt Lake finale on May 13th after 2 runaway 250 titles wrapped up early, as well as 2 of the 3 left in the 450 title hunt going down in the last 2 weekends. But there is still one hidden little points chase that you may not know about, a privateer championship that could absolutely change some of these riders' lives. My name is Donnie. Thanks for watching RotoMoto, brought to you by O'Neal. Obviously, riders that win the championship get a big fat bonus, but did you know that the 450 championship payout goes all the way to 20th place? It might not seem like much, but the last few years, that 20th place cutoff was worth over $10,000. And 21st gets nothing. Zilch. Zero. Just ask my man Cade Clayson what that's like, as he had the misfortune of finishing 21st last season after closing out the year with a DNQ DNF.
I ended up 21st. It's just a bummer, right? You look back on it and you're like, oh, if I would have done this different, or if I would have just not fallen here, if my bike wouldn't have broke here, then it would have happened. But, you know, I mean, think about it. Anybody getting a $10,000 bonus at the end of the year, that's what it is for 20th, right? And then it goes up from there. But it's a nice chunk of change. It helps pay for, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I think a lot of privateers that can, you know, achieve that, it just goes back into their program the next year, and they're able to try and get a little bit better and a little bit better and make it happen.
But what is it like to make the cut? In 2019, Alex Ray finished 19th overall with HEP Suzuki, the best year of his career.
Yeah, like it was just a good year. Everything was clicking for me. It helped a lot. I was 19th. The check that whenever it came in the mail, like I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty decent chunk. So like for me, I was stoked. You know, that year I wasn't able to get any outside sponsors or anything, so it was strictly just like the stuff from the team and you know, and some Suzuki contingency. So like it helped me out. You know, paid my rent, and yeah, I think honestly, I think I took that money. I just kind of invested it back into myself. I think I bought myself like a nice bicycle or something.
And last year, Kevin Moranz did not make the cut, finishing over 40 points out of contention, but this year the privateer hero is safe and well within the money, with a real shot at finishing as high as 16th. I asked Kevin what that money meant to his program, and he said,
for me right now, having the fans come by, sign the bike, all that stuff, and we're raising funds, we're actually starting to put that all towards a new van, because the van pretty much shit out on us on the way to A1. We got it rebuilt, but it's got a miles on it. So we're looking to put the money towards that, so that would be huge for me. It would just make our life easier when it comes to the van build and trying to get something that's a little bit more reliable, so then we can get to the races easier instead of being so concerned all the time.
After a DNF and dislocated shoulder ended his night early in Nashville, Grant Harlan was devastated, as he was just sitting on that cutoff for 20th at the time of his crash. On Twitter, Grant said the moment he went down, the first thing he thought about was that 10K. His entire motivation of trying to race last weekend was to try and scrape enough points together to stay above 20th, and here he is, sitting 19th after a career best 9th with a dislocated shoulder. For Nashville, I was able to talk to Grant, a true 450 rookie, and ask how important these little bonuses are for privateers.
Not too familiar with the payout of it, but I know 20th is at least 10, so something like that really helped me out, especially going racing this summer with the cost of travel and entry fees and stuff like that. It'll help, like, I guess, get me to profit from outdoors instead of, you know, spending what I make each weekend to get to the next one, and, you know, having to call and be like, hey, can I sign up because I didn't have enough money to sign up on time and stuff like that. So yeah, it's huge for guys like me.
The bubble man heading into SLC is Justin Starling, who just a few weeks ago was way out of contention before logging his best 3 finishes of the year in the last 3 consecutive weeks. The number 60 told me last year that his championship bonus for 16th was the difference between him buying his van or not, which is obviously a very crucial part of any privateer program. And finally, the men on the outside. Looking in, 21st and 24th are 2 factory riders missing with injury, but 22nd and 23rd are currently held down by Josh Cartwright and Freddie Noren. They need a little help here, as Noren is chasing Starlin by 7 and Cartwright is down 10, but a Starling DNF or DNQ changes things very quickly. On the bright side for these two, they were both able to race the PulpMX LCQ Privateer Challenge last weekend, so they don't need the 10K as bad as some of the other guys might. But ask any privateer, and every single dollar helps to build a better program. Many believe these privateers are the backbone of the sport, and this weekend they very well could be the backbone of your viewing experience if it plays out right. Maybe the broadcast could even catch a little wind of this championship battle and give the guys a little more focus with all of the other titles wrapped up with a nice, neat little bow. I want to hear from you, so let me know in the comments, what do you consider a privateer? Obviously, the guys I mentioned in this video fit the bill 100%, but what about the Hill brothers with Team Tedder, or maybe Club MX? Where is that line drawn? Thanks as always for watching RotoMoto. My name is Donnie. Keep it pinned to the weekend.